And if you're tuning in late to the Homegrown Rocker this week, our guest Small Town Horror Show, we're finding out all about this band and what makes them tick, and getting inside the creative process of this band at this point. How do you guys come up with your songs?
That's a good question. Like dead silence.
Yeah, wow.
It goes back to, it's been a lot of years and a lot of different changes. Stuff. Joe and I started writing batches of songs, like you said, 10, maybe more than 10 years ago, and we would just kind of keep these little pockets of songs, and then Eric came in and we started writing more pockets of songs, and we bring Mike in, so it's been, this first album is kind of like a time capsule of us recording and writing over the last decade or so. Just whenever we get together, it's like, I always tell everybody, this is what I do, this is what I like to do, this is I don't shoot pool, I don't ride four-wheelers, I don't go to camp. This is my hobby. This is what I do. This is me hanging out with my friends. This is having a good time. So I like to invite my friends over and we write music. We've thrown away probably just as many songs as we've kept, and these are the ones that end up being in this pile that we decided we liked the most or hated the least. And we're like, here's what we're going to do. So the creative process is just kind of all over the place. We'll get together, and sometimes we don't mean to write anything. We're just supposed to go over old stuff, and the next thing you know, someone's noodling with something, and it ends up turning into a song. You never know. So there's no set plan, set process. We don't burn incense and spin around in a circle. We just do whatever we do, and sometimes songs come out.
What do you guys typically like to write about? What informs your lyrics?
My lyrics?
Yeah.
As you can tell, he's the main lyricist.
Yeah, I did write the words. Wow. Put myself out there. I'm a conspiracy nut. So a lot of the lyrics that I have are really driven by the deceit that I see being projected out into the world by the people that want to maintain control over the world. And I see that, and I've always had this overwhelming sense of need to say it's wrong and it isn't right, and you need to wake up, you need to just get out of the little comfort zone. Sometimes you get into a comfort zone and it becomes real easy to stay in that comfort zone even though the world around you is kind of falling apart. You just want to stay in that little cocoon thinking it's going to save you. And it doesn't. And there's actually in our live show we have a sample. It comes from Boondock Saints that Chris's common law wife Lori had actually suggested. It's a clip, and it basically says, "Hey, beware of the indifference of good men, because it's just as detrimental to the world as evil men." And yeah, if the good people of the world sit back and let the bad people do whatever they want, you got nobody to blame but yourself. So, and that's a lot of that is where it comes out. And some of it's with my own frustration with not being able to do enough. So, yeah, a lot of that comes from that.
Interesting stuff. What would you guys call your goals for this group? What do you want to achieve when all is said and done?
Well, definitely not make money.
I want to make enough money that we can record another album.
That would be great. Yeah. No, I know we have plans. We do have kind of, and if anyone remembers anything about Dragonfire, we did have some show stuff. So Eric and I and these guys, are nice enough to go along with my insanity for hey, I got this idea. You know what we should do?
Yes.
And these guys are crazy enough to go along with me. So we're kind of drawing up all kinds of plans as far as things we want to do and make and build and whatever. And then and immediately we plan on writing, because like I said, this is it's been just stuff we've written over 10 years or whatever. And we just kind of had all this stuff ready, and we're like, here Todd, here Kiwi, write words. So he missed out on being here while we were creating the stuff. We just gave it to him after the fact. Mike missed half of it or more. We already had stuff, and was like, here, let's put this stuff to it. So the next time around, we want to immediately start to write. We have all kinds of ideas for another album, and even with that, it's we have maybe a crazy plan. I don't know if it'll happen, but we'll see.
Yeah, and I want to add to that, that I really appreciate these guys for asking me, because I roadied for them for 5 years, for Dragonfire, and that was a different side of the music. Well, now I'm actually on the breakdown process. I'm learning about music, not just listening to it. Looking, seeing, feeling the intricate parts of it. And I appreciate it. And Chris has helped me out a lot with keyboard. Eric, tells me some notes sometimes, and I really enjoy it. So my goals are being fulfilled right now with this band, and I respect these guys for it. They've all been in other bands. I haven't, so I'm actually on the better working end of it now, and I enjoy playing the keyboard. It's fun. It's really fun.
He's the rookie of the band.
Yeah,
Mikey the Virgin, we call him.
Mikey the Virgin. 44-year-old virgin.
Yeah.
But no, what's awesome is we're a group of friends. Like I said, we get together, and it's like other guys get together and they go and shoot darts or pool or whatever. And I don't want to join a bowling league. I want to play guitar.
Yeah.
So we get together and we write music. That's what we do. We hang out. We talk a lot. We joke a lot. And sometimes we actually play some stuff.
That sounds good. Let's do that.
Let's keep that.
Let's go with another song at this point. Tell us about Innocence.
It's another one of those
Weird
ones
song.
that's basically, the weird song. Laura calls it the weird song. And it is weird. It's just, it was one of the reasons why it is a little different is because with me not being a collaborative part of the creation of the music of that song, I started writing the lyrics differently than they originally thought they would go. So when they first heard it, it was so different than what they had conceptualized it to be that it just kind of threw them all. And to be honest with you, I'm not as happy with it as I'd like to have been. But it's basically another one of those songs about, hey, you're innocent because you didn't do anything. You can at least feel good about the fact that you didn't really do the bad stuff, but at the same time, you're not really innocent. You just think you are because you didn't do the bad thing.
And we shotgunned this CD. Like we went into the studio and we went down to Equinox and stuff, and we recorded it in 2 days.
Yes.
Like no sleep, 2 days. Like it was like
I think I did the vocals in 2 hours.
Yeah, I did the tracks. I was up until I was there recording till 3:30 or 4 in the morning,
Yep.
and then everybody was back at 8 a.m. so they could start their stuff. And we just round the clock did it. It's I think everybody maybe slept 4 hours. And that was it. We just it was lots of coffee, lots of soda.
Yeah, 6 cups of coffee I had before I started playing. I was nervous. It's like I've been in the studio with these guys, Dragonfire, and
But not.
but not playing. And I actually, can I say this? I actually shook off the keyboard. I didn't slip off. I shook off.
Oh, no, it was
Because I
hilarious.
was in my head more than the music. And then Chris come back, and he said, Mike, just,
Smacked him
just
around.
calm down, this and that. And I got into the music, and I got through it, And I actually did it. I did it.
So yeah, we did. We shotgunned this thing. We
Yes.
put it together in 2 days and
I like to see anybody do 10 songs, 2 days, drums,
double tracked.
double track guitars,
Double track
bass,
vocal.
vocals, keyboard.
They did
and
a good
then
job
have it
down
all
at the
done.
studio being organized
Yes.
and helping us stay organized.
Yeah.
And they had a definite plan on how they wanted to get it done, and they got it done efficiently, quickly. I think it was done. It was a quality job that we got, and I recommend them highly to anybody that's interested in recording. I mean, it's a
Definitely.
drive
Great
from
guys.
Altoona,
Yeah.
but they took care of us. They did it. So.
Yeah, nice guys. And there's cheap hotels down there too.
Yes. The ones with the smiley faces.
That's right. Look for the smiley faces.
Let's check out the song Innocence on the Homegrown Rocker.